Today, I'm going to be making the no-bake Jell-o pumpkin style pie. This was $4.32 at Walmart. It says just add milk, butter, and sugar. So, if you look on the back, they put the ingredients all over here, which is kind of strange, but you need 2 tablespoons of sugar, which I have right here. You need 4 tablespoons of butter melted, which is half a stick. And then you need 2.5 cups of cold milk. So there's my 2.5 cups of cold milk. So let me open this up. I have a bowl out here. What you're going to do first is make the crust. And so you don't have to have a bowl, but I'm going to use a bowl. Okay, so this is for the crust mix. It tells you that. And then number 2, it says filling mix. So we're going to set that aside. So you could do all this in your pie pan. You want to have a pie pan, but I want to do it in the bowl and then move it to the pie pan. That's just how I'm choosing to do it. So you want to take your crust and your sugar and your butter, and you're going to mix these together. And you're going to, all that crust is you're going to be able to tell that it's wet. And then I'm gonna, once I do get it all wet, I'm gonna move it over to my pie plate and I'm gonna press it into the bottom of the pie plate. But then I'm also gonna make sure that I go up on the sides a little bit. Pie plate here, and mine is a 9.5 inch Pyrex. That's just what I have. You might have one that's smaller, but this is the size that I have, and so this is what I'm going with. And honestly, there's no it doesn't tell you on the box what size you need. It just says a pie plate. So they might have smaller sizes, I'm not sure. Okay, so mine isn't going like even halfway up the sides in some parts. It's just a little bit up the sides, enough to hold your mix in. So now we're gonna move right on to the part, the next part, the filling. So you want to beat the filling mix and milk with a mixer on low speed for 1 minute, and then we're going to pour it in to our crust. Take this and we're going to pour this mixture into our pie over our crust, and then we're going to refrigerate this for an hour, at least an hour. Yeah, I'll probably leave it longer than an hour, but at least an hour. This Jell-o pumpkin style pie, it makes 8 slices. Like you saw, has the filling and the crust. It's 9.2 ounces or 260 grams. That's the size of everything. It says 1/8 of the package, 33 grams, is 230 calories. That's prepared. That's with the milk that you have to add to it. So it says, make it easy. It says to get it out of your pie pan easily, dip it down in hot water for 30 seconds. It says wrap tightly, freeze up to 2 weeks, thaw in a refrigerator 1 hour before serving. If I had noticed this last thing on here, I would have actually done this instead of the pie. It says, prepare as directed, pressing the crust into the bottom of foil lined 8-inch square pan. So you could have made them into bars. I would,
parchment paper.
I think I would put parchment paper in a square, like a brownie pan is what we call it. And I would make these into bars instead of making it into a pie slice. I just think it would come out easier in bar, because you could have picked the parchment paper up. And it would have been a lot easier than trying to get the slices out of the pie pan.
Yeah, but we have a glass pie pan, so it really doesn't heat up well when you put it in hot water. So I really wouldn't help stick it in hot water. I mean, it would have maybe loosened it up. Who knows? I can just say, I love the Jell-o no-bake cheesecake.
Yes.
Absolutely love it. Mm-hmm. This is just okay.
I like the crust.
Yeah.
But I don't necessarily like the pie part.
I know the pie part is a little, the spices are a little strange.
Mm-hmm. Well.
Yeah, the crust is good. It's just a graham cracker.
I don't like the texture of it.
Yeah, it's a little thinner than.
It it feels.
The no-bake cheesecakes.
It just feels.
What pudding?
Like gelatinous.
It's really like pudding.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't mind the texture. I can live with that. I think it's the flavor more than anything.
Mm-hmm. The flavor, for all the spice that it has, it's lacking any depth to it. It needs some like Cool Whip on top. You know, you notice they put Cool Whip on top.
Mm-hmm. And it's sprinkling of something on top.
Yeah, they've dressed that up because that's not what you get. It has the spices. It just truly lacks like there's no weight to it. It all feels like it's like a bunch of fluff, and there's just not a lot of deep, rich flavor.
And it's not very sweet either. You would think it'd be somewhat sweet. It's really not.
No, it's not.
This is one I would skip.
I would too.
I still like their, at least the last time I tried one, I do like their Jell-o no-bake cheesecake because they're sweet. But this one, I don't know. I think I would just leave it.
This one, it's just lacking, like you said. I think it's just a bunch of things combined. There's not a lot of sweetness there. It's not rich, and so for me, I would much rather have a different mix completely than to buy this one again.
Yeah, I agree. It's just not that great.
This was, if you're wondering where we got it on the seasonal, during the seasons. Walmart will bring out this additional
like
shelving unit, that they put in the middle of the aisle for fall stuff. That's where this was, the fall baking type stuff. So if you want to try it, go ahead, but I would have something else on hand to go with it. Like I would have whipped cream or something to sweeten it up.
Yeah.
Because it needs more. I like the crust.
Yeah. I mean, it's
just crust.
Graham cracker, sugar, and butter.
Yeah. So I do like that part of it, but everything else I just wouldn't want to get.
I agree.
So I hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching.